Hey guys, I'm JanetOnOccasion, and this one is hilarious. This one is so funny. So basically, right, the story here is I made a all-cavalry army for the Empire, because I often bring an all-cavalry army for Bretonnia. I thought, hell, you know, I can do it with the Empire, right? Which proved really difficult actually, because they don't have like cheap cavalry like Knights Errant. Even the basic Empire Knights are 200 quid more, and they're awful. So it was really tough. So this is what I ended up with. Here, this is my front line, essentially. It's 4 units of Reiksguard, led by a warrior priest. Which is odd, right? Warrior priest, not generals. That doesn't matter, don't worry about that. Over here, I also, on a horse, have an amber wizard. So all he has is Flock of Doom. That's it. But of course, you know, I'm really maneuverable, so I can use that a lot. As I'm, you know, pulling out, and I can use it more. I've got more time, basically, to do that. And also, here, I have Voltmar the Grim, and 2 units of Demigryph Knights with Halberds. Now, this would be, you know, a cool army against most things, but I was dead set on using this army, no matter who I ended up against. And the guy went and picked Arguelon. Wood Elves are probably the worst thing to bring an all-cavalry army against, because their basic infantry are all armor-piercing spearmen. So, it's pretty terrifying. So you can see he actually had a huge formation set up, and he's moving it over here. So, you know, he's got a wall to sit against. So, he's got 5 units of Treekin as his front line. Then he's got these Gladeguard with Hagbane tips. He's got 4 units of them. And then I think he's got another 5 units of Eternal Guard, sort of covering his back. And he's got a Ancient Treeman. Which does have Dwellers below, as well as, oh wow, that's all he brought? Really? He didn't bring, okay, he brought no healing. Okay, he just wanted to murder me, apparently. But yeah, so this isn't an army that I want to be facing with all cavalry. Not a faction I want to be facing with all cavalry. This is the worst thing ever, but, you know, I said, whatever happens, you know, I'm bringing this army. I'm going to try it out. I want to see how it does against everything. This is the result. So, straight away, I overcast Flock of Doom, hurts the Amber Wizard, but whatever, he can run away from everything here, so it's fine. Because they were bunched up, so you can see he's starting whittling away at the health a bit there, so that's pretty good, you know. Nice early damage on them, so that's nice. So, that'll be happening a lot. An awful lot in this battle, so that's cool. So, see, I'm sort of posturing, I'm wondering where to go here, because obviously, you know, I've got the Demigryphs, they'll do great against the Treekin and their Lord. You know, Voltmar can just run in and start using loads of buffs and blessings and whatnot. Same with the Warrior Priest. You know, the Reiksguard do well against infantry. They will do a lot of damage against spearmen, because, you know, the spearmen don't have shields, so they don't have as good melee defense. Although it's not an inherent thing with, you know, shields give you melee defense, but it tends to be, if they have shields, they've been given more melee defense. So, yeah, so they'll be able to do some damage on the charge. But if they get stuck in there, they will get murdered to pieces. Same with everything in my army, honestly. It's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. So, obviously these guys are having to run away from the Hagbane tips, which is annoying. So he's pulling back even more. I don't think he knows what to make of this army, because this is ridiculous. I mean, who would bring this against the Wood Elves? So another Flock of Doom, well, he was really bunched up, so that's fantastic. Really good. It's another overcast one, so it's longer duration, I believe. Yep. And extra range. The only reason I did it was the range. I wanted to hit him earlier. But I mean, look at that. Loads of damage. Those Eternal Guard are on half health already. So, at the moment, the Wizard is MVP. So I charge in here, do some damage to the Treekin. I'm just trying to bait some attacks here. I'm going to charge these guys in as well. I'm trying to make holes, basically, so I can get through the Treekin into his lines. So I start running away with one of the Demigryph Knights, pulls them out of position, send Voltmar right in. That's fine. You know, Voltmar's got this. So, charge into the front line, you see, do a bit of damage against Treekin, even with the, actually those Demigryphs. Yes, okay, so that makes sense. So that's pretty good. Use a banishment, basically, because I could. Probably would have been a better time to use it, but I panicked. Because this is loopy. So, here, I believe... Oh yeah, use Dwellers below over here, but I was running away already, so that's good. So that was a bit of a waste, also, that Soulfire, but again, I'm panicking. So he's still getting shot at, which is annoying. But yeah, so I get a charge on these Eternal Guard, trying to do some damage to them, because I don't want them sat on Voltmar for too long. So these guys are all bunched up over here now, doing nothing. So that's good. There's a few holes forming. So you'll see I actually send my Warrior Priest straight through into these units of archers, which is pretty handy. Reiksguard now starting to take a bit of damage. So that's not ideal. Not ideal at all. So, and there's my wizard. So yeah, you can see those Eternal Guard are running, so that's good. That's one unit done. They're very damaged as well, but these Reiksguard need to leave. So here, you can see I get my Demigryphs on the Ancient Treeman, get another Flock of Doom on these guys, so all the health of these guys get whittled away. These Glade Guard, I don't think they've been attacked by anything but Flock of Doom, and they're less than half health. So that's pretty sweet. Flock of Doom is doing very well against, you know, their sort of flimsy infantry. Because they're glass cannons, you know, so attacks like Flock of Doom do really well. So also, you can see my Warrior Priest is surrounded by everything. So doing a load of buffs here, getting some more charges into the back, trying to help out here. So sending those guys flying, so that's great. Another Grand Soulfire comes down, do some damage. So, Warriors fleeing. My first Reiksguard to run away. So that's a shame. Another Flock of Doom on this group because they were, you know, great target for me. And that Warrior Priest really needs help. So yeah, he's used Hammer of Sigmar and Phase Bastion trying to keep himself alive and do more damage. But that's not ideal. Also, more Reiksguard running away. So that's also quite terrible. So Ancient Treeman, half health. All these units a bit dishevelled, but then so's my army. It's really not good. But here, you can see he uses another Dwellers Below. So that's great. So I pulled him out, and those guys are beyond it. So he misjudged that. It looks like he's doing a bit of damage to the one in the back, but I'm staying in that fight. I have to sit with the Spearman, because I can't be in that. So anyway, sent Voltmar in to deal with his... oh, another Flock of Doom, of course. So he's a banishment over here. Trying to help out the Warrior Priest. There we go. So that should do a lot of damage. So yeah, Voltmar's got Terror as well, which is good, because I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys, yeah, they're getting terrified. So the Reiksguard trying to finish off these weak units. Yeah, this is bizarre, isn't it? This is very strange. So this Warrior Priest still in there fighting. Voltmar's having a great time. The Treeman's trying to come back for me again now, so I'm going to try and start fighting him. The Reiksguard now in their archers. Nope, don't know where they're going. So now he's trying to back them up with the Treekin, but I've got Demigryph Knights in here, quite a lot of them, so that's good. Somehow, he's still going. Another Flock of Doom hits their archers, so that's really good. These Reiksguard keep getting caught up on these Treekin, so I keep trying to pull them around. He's been very good with these Treekin, so that's annoying. And now those Reiksguard are going, so some nice buffs for me. Those Treekin are starting to run away, so that's good. Those guys are wavering. So now I'm sending my Demigryph Knights into the archers to try and kill them. Finally, it looks like my Warrior Priest is gone, which is a shame. I sent these guys in to help, but I was a bit late. He was there for hours, though. He's still alive. So yeah, now I've routed them. So yeah, some guys are coming back, but I've got these unit of Reiksguard around the back, so I'm going to send them in. It's an Ancient Treeman. You know, he packs a bit of a wallop, but he's not going to be as good as a Voltmar. He's more of a caster, the Ancient Treeman, despite being a giant tree. So that's good. My Demigryph Knights, very, very dishevelled, only 5 left. So they're running away now. They're terrified, in fact. So I think the Treeman is terrifying. So now my Amber Wizard is stuck in here. How do I keep getting people stuck in there? Anyway. But, you know, running out of Winter Magic, so that's fine. So, yeah, now I'm just using these 2 lots of Reiksguard to mop up things in the back. Because I think I can trigger army losses pretty soon. And they don't seem to be getting through these units with the Treekin. So as long as I can keep their Spearmen and Archers from coming back, I think I might be okay. So, yeah, you can see my Amber Wizard runs away. Still a fair bit of health, though. He will come back, but he wants to get these guys in this main fight. So, another Grand Soulfire does some damage. So, yeah, the Ancient Treeman is routing now. There's some Demigryphs in there that don't want to be in there. Send my Warrior Priest back in. For some reason, use Grand Soulfire over there. That's totally normal. That's a normal thing to do. And, yeah, so I'm just mopping up all of his units in the back. Also, I've stopped chasing his Treeman because there's too much stuff going on in here that I need to hit. Somehow, this Warrior Priest is still alive. So now what I do is I charge in with everything to pin up the remaining enemies in place. And you'll see, I'll move Voltmar out of the way. So I'll start pulling him out. I'm going to have a Flock of Doom in a second, too. So now I pull Voltmar out. And you'll see here, that is Banishment. And that is Flock of Doom. They really don't like that. They're not a fan of that at all. So they did manage to defeat all of the last of my cavalry that I sent in, but luckily they ended so blobbed up that I was able to just mop them up with 2 spells. Guys, I won! How? What? This is ridiculous. I brought 220 cavalry against an army that had hundreds of spearmen and archers and brick walls. How? How? Someone please explain this to me. I'm kind of lost here. I honestly just thought this would be the funniest, most, you know, one-sided battle of all time. I genuinely just thought I was going to get into this battle, you know, having told myself I'm definitely using this army, and I thought they'd just get murdered to pieces. I thought they'd be so dead. I didn't think I stood a chance, and somehow I managed to win it. And I just can't, for the life of me, work out how. But I've got to say, like, E equals MC squared here. He must have been so confused as to this army. He probably wasn't prepared for this. I mean, how no one builds to counter this build. So what do you do? But I mean, he had so many spearmen and archers that slowed units down, and massive brick walls. You'd think this would be a great build against this, but it just somehow didn't work. And honestly, I think Flock of Doom is what really helped. I was able to just whittle down all of his infantry so much, because yeah, Wood Elves are apparently very susceptible to that. They don't have much health, so Flock of Doom will kill them. It'll do a lot of damage very quickly, and yeah, once they're whittled down a lot, you know, it doesn't take much to then scare them away. You know, terror and damage, you know, that's going to stack. Their leadership's going to break. Even the Wood Elves' leadership is going to break from, you know, relentless cycle charging and Flocks of Doom and banishments and etc. But yeah, how? Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe you can make more sense of this than I can, because I'd have never brought this army against Argrilon. Just by all accounts, it makes no sense. So guys, please make sense of this for me, because I don't know, I've no idea. So guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next really weird battle. Yeah. Have a good one, guys.